balance sir wɔn some partnership abɛyɛ adwuma just in front of Omumieno and some other family Lopez ebiom wukɔ benkum so a Marcus Rashford ebetimenya not no ebiom Lamin Jamal no and some other fan ni fan afe wɔn de inform ɛyɛ Ferran Torres and so atimi akɔ attack diama ɛyɛ Barcelona wa Breno peno ɛyɛ sɛ wɔn game ebesi akɔ a yɛre sa update ni nyina no and some at Emma me Barca coach yɛ fon sa answer flick onum sa manager no odin kɔma enwa na press conference eba so kasa pi na man build up to the game wa bro match eba so no manager no abobo bonsam so a me feel say I see tie na Barca coach eba so twasa ba bi o mantimi ankɔ ni na omo de no ensom de ato omo chi ene ade eba no Champions League amanfo ka aye domo pe ene sane omo ni nyina no omo de no ato omo chi season no I was almost finishing the camera I was season equate match aka ni nyina no I was omo timi disun kunim yentie coach Hansi Flick.
But I know we have to bring it on the pitch. The feeling now, the energy, the atmosphere is fantastic. But I know we have to bring it on the pitch in every game, and this is what I want to see from the team in the next 7 games. So step by step, game by game, and always perform on the highest level. This is what I want to see, because also now in this situation, you know, it's very important that we also learn from the defeats in the past and learn from every game. The feeling now, the energy, the atmosphere.
Many Jamo and sorry to China, Juno game, no, and also Morocco archers. I want some no, yet Emma on there, and so I was shown also not Jamaican calling answer. Lamin Jamal and a dream one no and a Pauku Bouncy, Omumiano, ever bought 100th game ever since. Manager Fanasa Flick, and so a Bayano, boys in about 99 matches each, and our coach, Fanasa Flick, and watch it. Report from Mr. Canasa, Womumiano and a dream, said American. Kania to him sir one some other bono be able make the 100th appearance and a coach na your fan sir Flick answer manager no buyer yes nkwadane and 2 players and so I'm about the most drawing a manager no time our club no more na just a center back no and just a wing no omumyo na so far no one so about the most matches and a coach your fan sir your Flick just an pay you don't some abana over kai say no pay no me the betruka say Man City a captain I Farisa Bernardo Silva ayobia Barcelona wonum pabana abakaya aye somewhere last year summer and a Barca for say omopano sikasamunti move no enya maso amacha se baby ababedui wobi ayawe se okonsukuru salakoglu aye stadium wana chasafari na bonchi womunya Silva omope omani abrepa ana ebiyom no babeka chose Juve and some aye club omope ama chasa Fabio Capello munyina no abeka bi say Juve team no womunya aye Bernardo Silva areseria emrebi atwam Juve enya Andrapilo and Conte ama chasa mo arechecheche aye chasa Serie A no esi omo na so ni adebatene no the player in question onomom and a deno ho elko na latest amenya no sese ani say boy no some availability no yes ba some fans adwentwe because one won coach be any ho Man City ebi onom anana ne beka because won buy oba for free enti bia Jack ahide sikasam nyo enti bia nke betua ma abrosuntu de ebi agetakui na je sempo na be sign ensom amaye mo na so 31 di ase wo mo se komachi mo se tabi na sa wo hwe na se ball akwada no so ba anu shepa enfo ene 31 years a player ye fan se Bernardo Silva awon nyina no sa bonse bo game now Pedri enya available bonse bo game now sa bia Pedri ensom opera wo mo se nipo beti aye adwuma na sa ye ne ensom aye Bernardo Silva no e drop a ball deep a ball ensom na start aye build up the conference no the ball show JT so 1-2 ni ade aye adwuma ensom ade Man City fanano ya kwade wo mo Arsenal distance cover it. One other cover the most Chesana Chesa Namodumo our solo pantina sa Bonsa Enyan our team now the same performances and I brought Barcelona Nasa Bonsa Amoka Quantinano. Yes, I am members and I'm saying watch ebi our near cancer divided opinion and ya Jama Naya Casino one some other so Kenwa Yate I am Tinano and some Amaya from Yakatana Yafansa Eric Garcia and Yakuntenum wouldn't some game about Sakoba Sabia Kunte Eric Garcia Frankie de Jong Omomiensa Sabaku Kronya yellow card na chese women's game on the ball I will league get my guess here Taffy and ya say sankura na miensa and obedi yellow piano and some abeya available because omo edi can accumulate a yellow card no dada and sana ojuba kososwa na chese automatically on me say the next La Liga game against a Taffy and on aye serie na dream game no and on some other call na mami moment a ball sano pay na Vinicius Junior one a driver a ram I near sa Vadebas Enra omu ball game omu dinkonim na momentesa anya of day manager fans avo abalwa eman kwadane ba tron moment na hano wonu se Vinicius abano na supporters nam etieno womu bodere so unlike Enra yede ba tu Ghana no pesa womu bonu tutuo our Santiago Bernabeu wonu sa no play awo banu na chese womu ya available awa nim hodie womu nyina so bodere so na ye kasai Enra Nioma Koso and then said Madrid almost supporters after the game now we do come more now say young crime and in fact today Sabasabia Real Madrid almost fan base no who chamua am sabe 80% when we do the passer see Kakono I was saying Vinicius so much because I know amateurs and no pressure about a president and some so na and a permanent about to just say what supporters and say young a fini crime and now I'm on Tono Kolafo and from Anabia in Mbappe and some the first of the project in Nano answer Edua I'm on common Sabino when you'll be our new baby your cast will be and some Edu Star Doma when you baby a Brahuase Akade Brahuase Nabia Bono Sia no more being true now all your day Wontumi Mbappe and some Anya Penny Nano and your man cross a bat gentlemen can say or we're fun Florentino Perez one. Yes, I said, I'm for be criticize Kylian Mbappe no. Ayana one pa na. Yes, president bas and you can say agreement to cry. Now number of goals I Mbappe essay. And you BM I don't say Mbappe essay. And a coba say one of the boy number. One want to miss 10 goals. One want to miss 20 goals. No sure can say was the 20 goal barrier. Amateurs last season over 40 Mbappe and some other season numbers are over for Mbappe and some other man who comes from dinner time cry and I have one and I for two I have Vinicius and some other now president to what Juliama Passe I get there in the coming years you know and then next year every year every 2 years a dear enemy and a chess and no, and yes, president, you know, I would do now teamwork and understanding. I juma between Mbappe and Vinicius because I'm a project, you know. And any man ya and a project no see project omo ye de akwarum kwada no mo nyina emfie no and some our fam enti omo baba chapa mo yes ye nton vini man nkwa no president no so ogiri yes aye dan a vini ho baba mfaso and some ade amatim no na anyoma cross enra e wo omo dressing room and after the game said ye vini esafa ye ade free omo nka so omo supporters and some no metesa ni teammate no and some achara wo do a player your fan of Vinicius Junior after Senra when we game our Santiago Bernabeu ni adini nyina no maka so pacho yet and one not just so born tutuo and my teammate so show support no and some admiro na Jameson kan nyina no say wo mo jiri be say bia contract no de opening ebe sign na just a woman stay ni nyina no betina aye de Florentino Perez and so abaya so na Jameson kan say MC say president akatra aye plus and say woman intum woman ka ho ana fi Madrid ebeko aye trophyless na omo titles no woman nya better enche Madrid and omo trophies area kono woman players no individuals omo nya better enche Madrid da biada na so mutumi tena ho na duru bia asa boy mu bebo asa mu twa wata bi agoro bi ensom abam ene adesen ha dwempa enti dem say kan nyina no so pani no say oh di aye boys no accountable omo ka ho anama ena Madrid aye touch as a club for the second year in a row woman so abakot trophyless aye likely Sajano some abesi na transfer market bia Madrid abape aye midfielder and kwade see aka ya pressa woman probably 6 onom abesa jumano woman center back elite and some adenaba na Nico pass and ya kwadana ya fanu sa Victor Munoz obakai Victor Munoz aya kwada medical catchers Barca fono akwa ho se omope namum aya Madrid omanka so makwada ana chese omujane sa akwada no onko playing time ewo Osasuna enti omo buy back ama chese bona Victor Munoz abo enemo Osasuna nintino woba Premier League nimu a wanya offers ana Barcelona ensom opponentenei Madrid abesa 1 womo de Nico pass aba womo sa Victor Munoz ensom abana womo makwada no so aba be adwuma ente amatim no sada be anyoma nyina no ensom aba kameson sana buy back clause aye just 8 million euros ano aye amount was a Madrid transfer womo som anyama sa boy no wono som aba na ewo Italy report amenya no say Barca striker ye follow Robert Lewandowski wonim say me be ka say agent no ebe ko Italy wono Juve ene Milan ebe dum komo no womo be so mo chese Nyame yarma Sunday also Sunday 2 clubs ni no womu na be hia Milan and Juve womu ye no hia no metesa agent no ensom abawo stadium ho na just one clubs ni no hia na omadun komo no ya anya bi ahemfa ana striker ye fan Lewandowski abeko obeste ana sempo abeko Milan ana se Juve ana obeko no womu ba bia manager ana se player no ensom adinani abetra ni nyina no ye kakra ensom no from adeba quick one no mame Italy genuinely onum sa enwa wabe ko ba sa Inter Milan womo ye come back ama chese Ethiopia mutim no from 2-0 down bama serie Inter kwada hakanchala no glue abo aye 2 goals ama Petar aye Sutik ono ebe ball aye winning goal yama Inter Milan no na Razul so no ye adwumani we ya onum sa Fabregas essay player we hakanchala no glue wose se omoni Inter ebe ba yano pe Inter womo line up ahe sa anyabia no chala no glue ebe bobi anas omobi anu wasi cross because the moment on Inter baba obo sa kan chala no glue ebe bobi no say da obeche na onim bon popa when na man for ai an yenya no krama nko ana sama na woni Inter for nya problem no aman for ai monton no na family gal no so chala no glue are say Andra Pirlo what say Luka Modric otisa Toni Kroos omo ana kasa bia empuno adwuma de onim popa ama chese fab enso na born abaso na report amenya no say Inter womo full back na fa ne Dumfries onim sa ono so ma dinkoma ama drache sa we be extend a contract enso ade ama club na de menya no pen say yase ni agent no enso no ma wie se ono ane papa aye fa ne Boris Dumfries papa no ana aba be take charge ono nko a ana aba be the sole representative ade ama aye Dumfries into Tinabi say be a contract be a unity no more say anya fee and agent fee aba jebe dia all dia call say only agent be anya dwuma ne papa no ana aba the sole rep and some adiama ne banner and no aye news buy na no pay no one say the release clause and some aye 25 million euros nyame ya duma aye from 1st of July and you see 31st July and sa clause no and some aba spy oba after the said data we bet you more than that asking price no na months Allegri Esimaram coach no German so can say we requested for experienced striker ɛno nti na ama Lewandowski eba san komani mu no na esi coach no ka champion for no say we per striker our experience striker ba anya 20 goals a season obetimi di ama na Italy no so was striker no to ma 20 goals a season a wo keka e dia ban title no eto no di opebi entena Lewandowski awon komani mu wo be kai mabeka say Dusan Vlahovic ono ensom awon komani mu ana recently merebatu twa say Alexander Soloff ayobia wono nsom amoma no tan tomu miensa no wo bia wa experience our probia ensom tabetimi ahete aye dago maje onum say Roma nipa na enam ne som Emma Claudio Ranieri ensom ade adwuma no ma no na say Ranieri ana be ma Roma eya akona recently and wo ka say wo mo fa adwuma no ma Gianpiero Gasperini kodruya onum say omumienu wo mo ya aka report ameme say kan say Gasperini na wono abegye adwuma na eba say Ranieri ana recommend no wo mumienu atia dwanwoma so amon kasa kra na mete say ona no Dan Friedkin I na adwen say wo be so solve a problem no because am say mumienu amudi ani mu bako and to say technical director bako and some your coach entimi ma say mo ye adwuma na mo ya aka ene sane ma na ha adwen pa enti de am say kan nyina no say ya aka no was say season woman kasa amobe so mo chese anya by next season I was a bako echo say no mo kana mo ntedi ebu bako ebeko either say be a coach ebe losing adwuma and I say be a technical advisor no one some ebe losing adwuma but as of now report am mensa kan say Claudio Ranieri anya na adwen say wo ba resign e dey free Roma so tell your coach ni mom no enso ebe nya akwa eno aye kakra ba Antonio Conte that's why ye di aye managerial chesa hon komono wonu say Conte ne Napoli dey ebe sinai yes Napoli enim de Conte ebe so ye na Conte say obetimi rest assured Italy adwuma no no one pack Uncle coach Italian national team na sa obetua so our Napoli ana sabia on to aso nyina no yesi kobisa na wono obeka twa so wonim dia I was say De Laurentiis plan B wonim say plan B adma Napoli akoba sabia ye wie na Antonio Conte kasa adwuma no wonya biema aida sa Mauricio Sarri ebeba ana sa Roberto Mancini emu ba ko ana jameme sa kanisa Napoli epeni no wono som abaso odi adwuma no amano now Juventus I say Alisson Becker just Liverpool woman goalkeeper na asesere si kono ebia na Becker amasa Becker amadia metese former goalkeeper ma Manchester United David De Gea and some rom our Juve for anymore because the year so called Fiorentina or yet juma pa and David De Gea ayobi omo consider no na domo so mo kan nyina no sam the here no ebia transfer ebeya around by 10 million euros or no what in a banana 3.5 million euros a season at David ebete when you compare Alisson Becker no demand a salary of 8 million euros a season and at the here as I just 3.5 in 10 years sana be kwadi obetimi dia fa a player your fan say David here amono and some akoso aya juma no na Chelsea emano woman the announcement abasa nyame next season women Super League and league omo bono domo kan nyina say one bo omo matches our Stamford Bridge and one no say me krabo omo fa honya hwe it just I white elephant be because omo bo a womu lose womu kware a womu lose ntimano and the announcement abasa match be a home game and next season I was at Chelsea ebo be ano womu some other ball ayesa game no I was Stamford Bridge I know a announcement man diaba na Liam Ross senior sakoba se bia na ye kasai which is announcement abaso ma sakena womu twa say I was say omutua empatasika around 24 million pounds emano na busa won say Todd Boyle nom and Badat Egbal nom omu betua 24 million pounds ali ama coach womu tua Dememensa can say 6-year contract our signing MC season be our budget 4 million euros into Sunday. We multiply 4 by 6 and yeah, and I'm 24 million pounds. Minimum I had their contract and a clause Ebeshem Sebia Watanabi Yakasia Pamoa Ebia Feba Afimi Onubi and Yabetuyama Nadia Sebia the whole amount no Ebia Benyana Sebia Samno on Sabeka or open so and Tiano I am command and what he can question to Nadia say Samount to Obenya Badia Seconds Enra when we game Casa Chelsea when we players air call baby and our section Emsa when we supporters and Equatrano video na Baya Liam senior Etiano yes insider and the Abasa manager no goodbye Ejama near Canasa and technical staff no when we pass a goodbye no Jama and the staff and the players because Enra when we game Saturday Chiano esi kwanam so mo ban nyina wonya bi sara bat anu ade na nya kra ana de mesen gada no say on sanka mo wie match bi atisia na nka bi a coach no bo fu na mo ba dressing room anu de memma mo yeso wanka so bia ho our dressing room ho ana wo call post match wonom akọ kanen sam say ai ana on defend o bia biem indefensible and what mo bon mo buy no ay unacceptable na when a coach Chelsea on our ball and Chelsea untimi atendie na untimi apako ni omako just wo kan bia sa players besa miensam ade kwa nan omomodo mo bon no a na chesa nya bako se na nya kura etisa na tere nyame ya no Sunday semi-final FA Cup and Leeds United wanom abehwe omo ye committed womo ye willing so omo bo and ama badge no omo and obe select omo ama Chelsea Sunday game no womo som ababo na shockingly adeba ko ba no say Chelsea womo bo 34 matches this season only from game 1 ebesi game 34 enra opponent bia Chelsea anenabo bia no opponent no omo out running Chelsea next opponent no womo discover distance more Chelsea opponent no etu America more Chelsea not even a single game near beka so where Chelsea cover kilometers na chain the opponent from day 1 ebesi day 34 na rank no buy no domo kan nyina no say Chelsea na omo to so 20th and some our list no so 106 kilometers distance and on cover so far our this season Premier League game when you compare Man City Dikaya 115.5 kilometers Nottingham Forest so 19th 108 kilometers 108.4 kilometers not just crown one Chelsea and opponent to be out running Chelsea and no distance covered and your coach and the Maraska na Chesanyoma and some our firm I know your day update about Yamian Nico Jackson say that he can't catch on so let's see Bano Besabo back to Chelsea now Mause Bemusi and your dollar Pudadian Camerina day Samba Wame now full front dollar Pubayeno Adiawa Yaminyo Honkra chill lady I had you say one more say Sufram Ayanuko Jackson when you offers no more just obefi buy na bay when you offer small body rikai just osa reporting our Chelsea omo camp or reporting here and you be say anya bia no ebia obestay and I say bia Chelsea and some other tono amanako yaro say adenus obesi akọ na ma Chelsea coach afan say Liam Rossinia on players no odi komani fani players no na the best work kan nyina so bia one monitor bia no ba bia no be defending kwada no be defending my players my idea masa on fancy obeka no krotrodo uni ade bombo de otutu bi pa yente was senior.
I always said I will be honest. And I've been honest with the players, and I'm honest with you, as honest as I can. I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. That was an unacceptable performance, and I'm at the head of that. So for me to come out here, we're playing for Chelsea. I'm managing Chelsea. The criticism and pressure comes with the football club. So if you can't handle that, then you shouldn't be here. It's as simple as that, and that's something that needs to be addressed this week, but it also needs to be addressed in the long term. It needs to be addressed. 100. I need to make that time. I need to work with the staff 24 hours a day. We need to make the correct decisions for the team for a massive game on Sunday, and we will do the very, very best we can to turn it around. I always said I will be honest.
Sunday na chese the best one can you know so no and a selection ama Chelsea nyame yaroma Sunday our bra game ba so but please I make guarantee here and it's no pay me say me catch us we mo be emergency meeting and no pay komodi o mo dibi pa na pamo na was a coach no mo pamo no we mo pamo no dey bia McFarlane obekaya we mo sake and as a coach and for say Maresca Castle obekọ no aye wey and a ball I have 2 games and I have 3 matches be and so senior about buyer and a woman that kind of backroom staff on Tisakoba Sabia was senior Aquadia Penny and on some other Jumano on the interim and so Adiama club but almost one telling you answer and Fune and Coswatton I be Biabet club statement not just say M's announcement Banono Nama on performances M's boys Namadombono and also coach no we're doing Komokakra and we're can you say in Kayabaku say Yenche Rossinia
for the club. It's about at the moment whether it's playing for me, it's not about playing for me, it's about playing for the club, it's about playing for the shirt, it's about playing to win games of football. I can't speak on what I saw tonight. You can read anything into it that you want, whether they're playing for me or not. That performance in itself was damning of everything. It stood everything against what I believe in. No, at the moment, whether it's playing for me, it's not about.
I can see now swear Benano Peno and some our shows on Liverpool phono. When you say I broke up and send what Chelsea, Equatorial, I want just a Brighton, I just a Naya, Casa Liverpool. One more chances, sir. Champions League on the Bobby next season. I have confirmed 90.25%. Next Bibia Chelsea Liverpool for no women Champions League game about Nyame Adama next season. I know I based on result to Enra Chelsea for no some Okonya na maintain na no pay say Anthony Gordon. We say I doubt Nyame Adama weekend di omo call Arsenal. Na Arsenal and Newcastle game no Anthony Gordon we say we doubtful and what he to no Livramento. One of the oil out Chelsea and ya say game no one some betimi about goalkeeper your friend Donnarumma na womo ko Burnley akwakobo mu game na Pep and some nyina no medical ya badada onum said ya men say can say Donnarumma for form afra interim coach ama Italy on say Gattuso also buy Wontumi for Italy and qualify trasa the last 3 editions ayakoi anya say Italy and World Cup na ankabano say na obi aba reserve na ho kakra ba metisa Donnarumma say womo ko World Cup krana the month of June Italy our friendly matches support against Luxembourg and against Greece ni me nyina no report amensa kan say Donnarumma catch on performance so no and some abaso ball ayesa matches libya one Silvio Baldini no and interim coach and my international team no one some area tuka na Pogba nkomo kotia one Rio Ferdinand can say bring it back argument omo say Nyame Adama season where I was a Premier League player of the season among fama Bruno Fernandes now body waya juma pa ana Pogba ansa Bruno cancer pa fa no ana Pogba so be so chese bon na unia bono sanka o Man City anka Ballon d'Or ko agibi da de ka Ballon d'Or no ebia nko podium nim anka ya discuss about baby o wai ene se na si kwe no omo a wo mo twa no wo ahia internet ya mane ma discussion mo ayaya ana nka bi o City bi no mo bo Champions League ndai o de chese City ba je aya Premier League ya ka bi aban omo discuss Ballon d'Or ka bo Bruno edi Pogba dia no aya man for da yenkwa na fe famra
Bruno Fernandes. Can Bruno Fernandes do more that he does now at United
with what he's got around him?
Do you think Bruno, if he's in the other team, is not in the top 3 Ballon d'Or player? That's for me. You put him in City, he's Ballon d'Or free. He's in the free Ballon d'Or. Bruno Fernandes with the stats, the season, the way he plays, and everything. But when you don't win. You don't think about you. It's like that. This is life. This is football. Can Bruno Fernandes do
Kwadi
more?
asana tiaba sanko City Bianca Ballon d'Or top 3 ka Bruno Eshem na Mickey Van de Ven ya discuss na onum say ya say o unia say season ko na wie ya say Tottenham Hotspur ebe survive say be Spurs o me call the championship no Van de Ven say obeso ko na Van de Ven ebe ko no plan ba bia e wo so no so ade na ni tra Arsenal wo mo striker Victor Gyökeres ono ene do comedy ebisa say the ultimate striker our qualities no NHS profile no send was peno and was about to finish na and Kope Hurricane said ye was finish board to net him and a bunny pacer and Kope Mbappe a pace about to say be a first touch say be a born banner control party a Dimitar Berbatov and a banner say be a penalties one on the penalties and Kobe choose because penalty when Papa a banner strength a double game na a Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Ankope and a banner dribbling na Wopo Ronaldo Arches and Nazario Dalima Brosonino one on the other pen a banner composure Sabia Cassini Panams at home for crimes. Ronaldo Diadi Bionti, Unya qualities Nibi, Emma Bekof, Aya Bakwa, and no, and Uncle Gyökeres Ebenya, Nankababa and Dia, Arches and Openo, Aya Jeffina Sweat, Baon something now, yet Emiate for Paul San Shama, one coach, Aya Luis Enrique, manager, no, one enemy squad, the ball against Aya Arches and Nont and Adrina, Martina Barcelona, when we said Jaminian is a coach and it says summer. Wama Tobia Babat, or meant to set last year Janabia, Omushan Topi, Ebia Bako, Mienumi and Sabi Babia, and Rohiano, now Oma Tobi at the Ababe Shemeno, I said your coach, and so I didn't come out. Yet they am Tetinano, Emma Yet for and I play live on the show now our Germany. What do you say, Bamunchin under 23, Wamadiama Dante, Wubakai Denta, I a bomb Costa Santos, now some American Dante, and you say, or Fancy a whole gas size one a conti a Dante and I sign a contract or a coachy a under 23 Bamunchin Timono Tinyami upcoming season no and a Dunkodan Abeyajuma and I for Besiktas essay a frontier fancy Grimaldo our ball and Maliva Cusino Alejandro Grimaldo and no Omo Betona Omode 20 million euros and our top boy so when you're 30 years but still Jamesa can say Bobo Kwafan say Leverkusen for say woman demand 20 million euros and sana woman abama player na kwa omon so ma player no adwane Besiktas eye yem first na yem na meto aso still live show no so
not as some babons massa bruta.
that's what we do no
Onyario.
Oh there be enye Steve enye
Charlie Chelsea
Oko Brighton akobo back 3
oh Twitter na
Brighton akobo back 5
enya sem kitu
Brighton
na ya book na me pen ya we tro de
o kire san so hu he
we na doctor prescription on no bebre nzo yare nko hey yeshemu ya ebusa se should Liam Rosina be sacked? Who's a ubusa question, no? And throughout, I think from last week till now, there have been signs of Chelsea chasing players via potentially feel so most of them near upgrade on Omo. But looking at the coaching crisis, my candidate said football is losing quality coaching. Now PSG reports nature say Omu coach they are tying him down for a longer period, which will be a big problem for other clubs. But the Chelsea situation and the Liverpool situation, the difference here is that when they buy midway through the season, and about buy after club if you Belgian league, you know, and until M said he's bought some time with Liverpool, which I think he does not deserve it. But Oscar around and I will share potentially. Why not qualify to even be given the job at Chelsea? Yeah. I keep saying, sir, in the moment of chaos, you only need somebody who can stabilize the ship in moments of chaos. So you need an experienced hands to come in moments of chaos.
What to me?
Now, my head Mourinho or Benfica, Niokoye or Roma. A lot tells me that Mourinho is not done with the game. He has seen it all.
Even a honor crown and son Tom Mount.
Yeah. Chelsea no ababako aban impre no so. A few baby Chelsea a dream. So mo hwehwe will be a manager obeba. Now we're streamlining Neoma. They need the personality Jose Mourinho. Mourinho su any BBA no emerges so well with Chelsea faithfuls. And they omo Chelsea achepa no. They can't recognize their club. Me who say Peter Cech I post to be say I miss him. Which means they have problem with the ownership. Omo nkuta team ni say no. They are not on the same page with Niamo supporters epe. I feel 6-year contract for a young manager. Aya now TSC na Chelsea for the man out him clearly we a typical American job no more. We will not pay you that much until you spread it for a longer period. That has been the story of Chelsea. But who should shame beyond Jose Mourinho? Now, if there should be any other name, I feel he is right for the job. I think I'll prefer Glasner of Palace. Now, Ocean a trajectory now. He is a student of the Red Bull football factory. He has been there before. A honor was starting in Titiano. Enya stint with Wolfsburg. A honor Ankoye. And no more lady off. And a Frankfurt Kofano. It was during the period. I know Timothy Frankfurt bar. Benabo Abekaya. Javi bar no around to say on TSC wire. Frankfurt for no fans ni be enya. Basa home stance ni ano mo yedede.
Yeah. And so omo Dawson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And only the lead you to the Europa League. Fast forward, he joins Palace. And look at the style of football of Palace Airborne. Now, any other manager, the chaos happening, any the big names in film, Olise has to leave. Mateta was on the brink of joining AC Milan. And our Magay, the skipper of the side, midway through the season.
Eze Nsoko
Eze Eberiche Efriho. Amunya wa ideal top 4 team America say they will have quality in there. In situations like this, you need manager who name Nejuma, no name what he is about. Any other manager will complain and they will sink. But look at what take you Omoje then last season. They won the FA Cup.
The FA Cup in the Community Shield.
Yes.
And was sound Omo.
Why not Jeffrey Omunsem?
Yeah.
Manchester City and was share Liverpool. This season, how many times was share Liverpool? Look at where the team now I could do. And he's that person, he's fully committed to the job. And the philosophy need to say, and the style of play need to say, and also about the ultra attacking football maybe. Or blending the both. Attacking and as well as defensive shape, he's always sound. So I feel he's gone through the mill. And on here a superpower to say Tima a bit backing of financially. Tima a bit buy into the idea and how he sees football. He has coached in a German competition. So I think Chelsea problem taking away owners in the immediate term and ownership of a club. Unless it's so be the sika, I feel say a right for them to sell percentage in a club. In the ownership there, you can't get rid of it in the immediate term. But getting quality manager, that is possible. And if feasible, they can face it. So looking at these two managers, now over the weekend, already Mourinho, in their league, he is second. Everything points to the fact that he's still in and he can challenge for it. Glasner has been my man. And yet because of what he achieved with Palace, I had a consistency, our show. And Nyoma Akocho Kakra, but he has regained the mojo. No? And for a manager that is losing such quality, I be more as na akoton is all the Beji League in a better chair easy. Magay, I bet filling the void and know the defensive shape of Manchester City. It should tell you, yes, the quality of players that were losing. And the players no near any other they are integral to the core. And then Ajuma Oye what Palace. Now he's still chasing for an European title. That is Oliver Glasner. So I feel that say a per manager be now amidst the chaos at Chelsea, any other major clubs now, I feel any other club that would choose Mourinho, that would choose Glasner, no, they will be in good standing to challenge for whatever competition now. Your story be about Pirates and come on in the players in the code DSA. I are down to players because teams are RGB, or feels individually the quality of Madrid, and I say other clubs and supersede what he has at Real Madrid. It's the right message at the very wrong time. Whoa, yeah, the message, I am very right. They are so right, but about at the wrong time. And my reasons are when Xabi Alonso managed club, it was the manager against players B. And then he supported those players. Maka Nintia, Madrid will always support their players. Now we're manager. But Omoyene said a larger section of the Madrid supporters were swayed into believing that the problem at Madrid is the Alonso problem. Alonso steps away. And then Xavi Arbeloa comes in. A feel good factor, briefly. But you do the business end when it matters most, you who Madrid or in the conversation. So Asama okay. Asama now also okoka during the time of Xabi Alonso. Because the remarks now, Vini Beye ebe make say the reason a man for tweet here say goodbye, Mister. You were this, you were that. One Kebini say no need good relationship with the manager. And now your story I say some section of the Madrid fans no me agitated because of Vini Jr. Now Vini's situation at say players now omo be idea of football no more feel say they deserve to be respected, seen in a certain spectacle, but yet omunya that applause, That is how I see the Vini Jr. journey. Oh yeah, dear, on the field, who say the impact no game no, but on yet the toast of many. So the Madrid situation, it had very little to do with Xabi Alonso, and the fact that the president believed Alonso was the problem, and then players in the year because performance be on the man in some games, below par performance. Into you may have quality players compared to Real Sociedad, but one thing is key: clubs are winning championship. Down to having a team, and you're down to having personalities. Say names, Madrid club here who he plays, are they a team? You ask yourself that. Team here where Obi senior also function at every point in time. Obi a cover up for the other. Do you see that in the Madrid team? That is not it. You watch the Bayern Munich team. Look at when Manuel Neuer made the mistake. Everybody was there to cover for them. So there are differences. We better mention names, but so when you're a team, you will struggle.
Wontumi.
So better me say Juman. Papa di nkomobi emuham. Waka about Pilo, a lot of players.
Yeah. Ni Bruno Dia.
I know say, I feel say Bruno Fernandes deserve say obey player of the season to a larger extent, or feel so Obama, Man City and any other club could deserve the Ballon d'Or trophy?
It's a top 3.
And come on, we say a fandom. They are always blind to objectivity, and then they say player B AJ the PFA player of the year award without being part of the team or winning and media. My dream chairman say if Arsenal are able to win the league, David Raya should be the player of the season.
Okay.
If Arsenal to major premiership na, because me sure Arsenal team ni mu a me a superstar performance from any of their players but for their goalkeeper. Bukayo Saka na koye. Yes, Mama Irade. Obem flashes, but any consistent. Odegaard can say Martinelli, whoever. But I feel that Arsenal's goalkeeper consistency, that is what we talk about. From start of the season to finish, he has been consistent. It is Arsenal G League in India. I think he will be my player of the season, my preferred candidate. But Arsenal and na your performance and the consistency there. And your Bruno, our conversation.
Okay.
Nigeria the GB in 2005-2006 season. Liverpool and J League. But they voted him the PFA player of the season. So I think for consistency's sake, for numbers, you know. Anyhow, rejuvenated. Pick Manchester United from that position to where they are now. I think Bruno are qualified to win the player of the season. Scenario. But beyond that, now who didn't come about Ballon d'Or? Is it that Bruno is a player or true challenger now? Because at some point, Harry Kane was challenged to move on. Say, Charlie, baby, I will there. What's now watch our own competition here? He moved to and consistency. I want nothing. At the end, I know I was Spurs now. And no Liverpool Managerial League, Man City Managerial League. You know, Wontumi on slow down. In the UEFA Champions League, he's still scoring. Into the quality of Bruno. Now, go bet him a movie or call team B or Phil say or ha Kabemana Ballon d'Or conversation. Now, will he still be the man? Manchester United Nana.
That's one of the recipient of the ball.
Yes.
Abribian team be in possession.
Yeah, but go to team for be more. Conversation be the same. Obetimi you who say you are the fulcrum. Everything revolves around you. Therefore, brother, conversation of Ballon d'Or. KDB consistently. When you show the Bruno performance for United, you know, impact and American was saying a such in the impact Bruno KDB had at Manchester City. I do not think so. So sometimes I down to players, you know, and a challenge almost feels on to take care. Obi wa who ni mu, una who is a tough guy. But he didn't know me anymore, he will call. Don't mean you know metri so sir. Until he may be good for Manchester United. He will be that go-to person, that star over there. But how do you look at team from more? Or when you have the same confidence to perform at the levels and all performing.
Big question. Whoa, Steve,
yeah.
May I say? New, Mammy Rinty.
Yeah, made that's a pa now. The common corner. I'm thinking you need to be a job TV or more. I started from a game I share from Chelsea and or my maintainer Brighton and the Chelsea game. You know, it was a game on expectation. It was not for the status and size of these two clubs, but then from Chelsea's perspective, issues surrounding game not itself. You know, after game you be in after game you DNBC selection be no game. Is he finally going to get the best out of these guys or DNBC? So win. All these questions, you know, near can say results. Just as football, you know, results now a paper or the cracks. And not give me a share from Liam Rossini, no. Yeah, and so many, and you may fit. And they are so boring, but very enjoyable from the angle of Brighton. And no movie is so nice in both boxes, in both situations, with and without the ball. Who's a team on structure no area, but for Chelsea. Michelle Field no Sudin, I'm say, oh, one. And then the Chelsea drew stage, say, okay, boy, Tia Brighton, no, but free back. for concept's sake, I mean, explain it, say, free back and your defensive system. But then, free back, a more smaller pockets without the ball. Unlike the 4-3-3, I was free man in the final third, Ulusubona, Omumra, no Turbianache. But free back with wing backs, without the ball, you're not in Tokunususa. Per the definition of the systems, most of the coaches, who muka cry or try to back off a free back. But yeah, not against a certain Brighton. You're so first having a barrier or Sabes sound or not, or you just say, oh, game to be. But yeah, in fact, and Yamaha me papa. Chelsea state in here. People say TSMB wakafa game no. Ni post match no. But the Shadrack said, "Oh mama, how a game ne cost na make sure say. So game na to me as a but before that no, or consider go back 2 touches as a free touches no. Last season mo consider be. Shadrack e woni me do nyina o mama share those goals no. But no first half and me control we say. Something has to change or Chelsea can take 2 goals in the first half alone against Brighton. And I'm just calling us also. Because something has to change. I feel sure I can fact Liam Rosina no one post match in so. Now show you no conform with I say what has to change. Me technical man minimum the crime show.
I say something has to change here and now.
Mo me say tie no. Me control me the first half or Canada no post match. Now my questions and answer on one busam say what has to change or call me account and say I'm for busam say I couldn't answer them because it's so complicated. But bibi as I say bibi sesa. Ya nkomo obi okasa so what was any pana yare
Wontumi
what's any pana yare dia man draw dabi me there okay yeah I ready.
I keep coming out and defending the players. That's indefensible, that performance tonight, the amount of the goals we conceded, the amount of duels that we lost, the lack of intensity in the team, and something needs to change drastically here right now.
What have you said to the players? Why do you think they put that performance in?
Why? We need to look in the mirror. I need to look in the mirror, but I can't keep coming out here defending some of the things that we're seeing. Manchester United, genuinely, the result wasn't there. Felt we turned a corner, but the general attitude, spirit was lacking, determination. Maybe 3 or 4 out of the 11. That's nowhere near enough for this club. It's nowhere near enough. I can't come out and lie. I'll tell the truth. That was an unacceptable performance in every area.
The start looked particularly difficult as well.
In the warning match, Abramovich away go or Bonisika trophy.
Oh, I know.
And can I man on a kind or check on the phone to say bidra. This West. And some way no cover Chelsea. And so okay can had okay determination. Okay, lack of attitude and spirit. Yeah. I didn't know who chemi bia. Maybe because it was a blaster dressing room the spirit is weak. Okay, so uncommon.
So the remaining as a players ni amo day off.
Okay.
As a stance, I'll be in charge of lease. But I'm discussing the future. So I'm discussing. We are be able to me as a stance there. She says I want to call game anymore. But from any Wednesday in Kusi weekend, no, be here to me see.
What's the football? What means that coach you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what means that no.
Oh, more matches, myself. For money, more 4 matches. Oh, yes, season April.
Only one season. Or till it man season. Or till it man we.
Oh, yes, season on the uncle.
Yeah, no more papa, no more hat, some can on deserve Chelsea baby. On deserve Chelsea. And you may be a dream of football. We told you I just want to check. I can't wait me. This guy, so I share any more power. No, the Chelsea dressing room. That's what you would love to be there. My video be but I know say Chelsea fit for Spa. No, because no, I'm going far. But Ojano Casano, be anymore. And when you know me blame no, oh yeah, your coach, me bomb point on about survival. So the company or survival no. But then it goes back to question on what point or point no. First of all, okay, so what the way replace Maresca, you man, why now doing some Maresca more hard there. Then unim the way be and not game no. But the other one is a small can and can be said one tactical floor be once. What can determination ho? What can
tactical as
one bibi. Chelsea Gasem. And now build it out to bar, not a free back in who do born man. But Brighton build it out to a free back, not a compressor of 2 central defenders in addition to the goalkeeper. Now confusing Chelsea for how to press.
Brighton look like they have been doing this all season, and Chelsea look like they are playing for the very first time. Chelsea for not starting bobo.
No idea who bobu. Idea who bobu back here. So what is a commentator? I analyze the game one. Manioya. What is a commentator no? Or analyze the game systems and technical. The not it's not his job. But it will be is so bad, say, and so not to be. The Chelsea, after Chelsea, the opposite, and after some of will become Chelsea. No. At some point, to your coach, you hear quality. At some point, more your squadder, more your big coach. I didn't know be a Kebi Hansi Flick. Because Modern said, oh, yeah, Juma. Yeah. I didn't know be a Kebi Manuel. Oh, yes, Leon Rosina, no, cash and in the summer transfer window, I'll be going to the market. Can hey, oh, yes, I'm going to transfer market. I said, you know, they want to see me. I tell them I can credit through. But looking at obviously coach Samubodu, or call me the my family pa, she plays an army diema. Siko club room, your salaries, be a coso, so Bassa won him the end of the age, or call has a folk. Now compare Brooklyn Chelsea squad not to these two clubs. You who calls Samubodu? You got 2022, a Juman White House in the media. You fast say uncle as one of the scouts. If you are to the at some point, to a coach here quality, and at some point, squad be a top coach. Then it becomes a good marriage. The Chelsea squad, can I say the way about Madrid? Enzo, Madrid for your papa. Anna Kopama. Opamfa Kopama, my near Fanaco trust your name Fushila me. And I Kopama, right 10 but be a you want Family Lopez or Kopama Rahor cry. Yo, you have top quality players. Oh, team Numua, James Madianaka coaching. Liam Rossini there, Yabako, Yasakino. My father, other stories are majority to one so. He will be sacked. But on your more you know, in the last bet, me fees money feared from 2000. I'm starting some EP and year because Manchester trouble no ma. Wow, per football be and crown cry. I mean, it end new generation of fans. And I say as folk Ishmael Admo squad no. And it has folk new generation of fans pa. So me follow Manchester back akra and I feel say. Sorry, me follow Chelsea by. I feel say from time me follow game no from 2000 and ban Chelsea for no be room 2 3 4 no. One of the worst moments more time in here. Be bien famamo. Bien famamo yaw. Munyina di. Mo sake coach no nyaade. No, that Mickey Jado no. And I know ba na Chelsea for we. Yaw. Luis Enrique says someone obekọ marketing mako ebibi kakra bi. Paris Saint-Germain squad no ho no ma Shadrack in fa squad no ma me. Luis Enrique I wish say obetimi transform Oguso or transform PSG fortunes into a dominant side or follow the footsteps of Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. Roberto Mancini, Pellegrini laid the foundation, but Pep Guardiola, ama the predecessor or the successor, I very difficult to them. Whoever comes in next, look, we've been thinking about it. Say, looking at the huge size of Joba, why establish your city, recruitment, even systems on the field, Pep Guardiola, Oba, we are there, Oba Machinichi, whatever we are, Oba coach you, Kapepoha. So, Shejuma, Luis Enrique, these ages of players when you are one of the lowest in Europe, but only a defending champion of the Champions League. And as Sancho for Busan say, they saw squad young come to be okay, but you know, you better have 1 or 2 adjustments. Paris Saint-Germain. Semen Chimu Harmony, they have one of the best squads in addition to coaching, stability. Stability. They have one of the calmest environment. Yeah. Because the environment be a calm. How coaching how more
problem be any
there be somebody should point to me a problem at Paris Saint-Germain. Problem maybe I want to compare obi. Now, Lawrence history no actually, but currently, I'm very calm. yaw mame san fan so obo ade a PhD be buying ade na me kana manfo ni daba is Marijata ko he so kana sama keye you will see this game Honor Luis Enrique the best stamping authority on the global game last year na Pep mo da so ho aso mo nkoe but Luis Enrique who say afi Champions League na be say Pep crowd what asan the aka manfo dream say obetimi the main obstacle nya Atletico Madrid nya Arsenal buying me say buying team no means attack means midfield Pavlovic born now boy alongside Kimmich no Kimmich for a long time now show midfield about game control. It's a game control, it's about the ball is a control. Most often teams not a ball without a ball majority part of the game they control the spaces. Maybe Antonio Conte, maybe Simeone, maybe Jose, but at some points ground when one person more attacking. But you can say a more attacking game. Like a game control, it's about keeping the ball. And Kimmich, he does that for buying. But Omechiho, ain't me buying inside Paris Saint-Germain. But don't tell anyone, Pacho Marquinhos, stay grounded, I face Michael Olise and Luis Diaz. And the game now, people will watch one of the best tactical games this season which we are providing. So say, Luis Diaz is or Inverte or Besrako, no Hakimi. No Mendes. And Michael Olise another battle. But there's one question it was adjustments bay and a coach Neka. Now think about this. He the chin out in number one choice preferably or same no ninya issue. And Okofa Chevalier by performance. Ama Savanovic Ababeshaw. Yo, the person who one department Luis Enrique can by adjustment. He's only thinking about depth of the squad now. Because Kwavara Hodomono on Bakola Neho, Dizadwe, Emir Zai, Usmani Dembele. So say okay game one of the first nines who give no support. Maybe I'll be choosing Dembele ahead of Kylian Mbappe. So person who adjustment Kropana Luis Enrique Okamasa. That adjustment is on the bench. Yow. He kept him be first choice and wants him. Sabasa here 9. But Luis Enrique was Usmani Dembele there.
Or some Gonzalo Ramos in the crowd bench.
On no. Ramos adjustment and Wakano. And you felt no so. The felt no so be one will free baby with baby 2 or starting. Up I'm starting 11.
Yeah.
No player.
Yeah. Or say system.
What the competition about Pablo said the competition.
That's what some form.
I felt be
Salene Bimo say draw no crowd press so free Barcelona koi. Yeah. Also koi say be answer then who say.
Me say anybody Luis Enrique be doing come on just convincing say obenya bia ball on for starting sport be convincing say oba me mo start eye bia everywhere on the field is sealed. Yeah, na me wo I love how your listeners and viewers say to me remind you maybe me review if baby viti and we be tuna na I mean where that na adjustment na work no e ko ne bench wo and Luis Enrique to me nyani but na difficult no and they difficult to better the starting 11 and they tedious when you starting 11 you to win the game from the bench and to have a dynamic from where he started the game or to check another dimension to the original plan and one word you say maybe Luis Enrique currently the best coach. He's part of the 3 best coaches in the game but I think separate for now for Omonsa and Kanwa no adjustment in the year Europe best of but me so company uniform will be shocked. Company need defense and Sabasa defense now what attacking firepower Hurricane Wajuma no more the bus and me ensure I tell you this buy need better defense and say by Basa but be argument buy no need better defense and say Basa
Samu
situation is not too Basa no did record no similar to buying Yanko Poya do much I promise it for you will screen so
okay
full time now make us say the similar situations at buying Paris Saint-Germain be show goals ni those counter no publican no we are now Vinicius ni kana Mbappe ko botu guye no Bakola Dwe Emriza Usman Kwavara 5-man attack we you want to be deep buying defense no And even you can't attack for attack, buy an attack and you're better and say Paris Saint-Germain attacking. Let's wait especially and hold on for that game. But a very big game. And tactically, what part attacking football here? When you pray. But me say, as my maker my contest, a buying defense. On be disappointed brutal. Whichever combo Kim in jail ta and wake they lack pace. Upamecano Kim in jail, they lack pace. Upamecano Jonathan Ta and the Nyakra. PH finish all those chances. But back here, Olise, Diaz, Hurricane, Sergio Gabriel Musiala, Carl Lena. Wontumi supersede that PH defense led by Marquinhos and Pachuno. Obama break a cradia. Buying some midfielder or more per centre back. 100. Yeah. Madrid some more per a centre back on per midfielder. And more per Nico Passane, Victor Munoz, Asaba. Victor ni wedi and Husa. But so clear so be him say buying here 6. Buying here 6. Sorry. Oh, Madrid here 6. But yeah, almost 6.
Wontumi.
What you mean? Come on, come on. Superior percent message GDD. Of course, me GDD. Me person obora kemeche ho anase vitin ho. In all Madrid, almost successes no. They have had this Tramini type of midfielders in ho. Madrid omanya poor midfielders, papa. Poor. Mo for money yet o can squad no. O ma obi ho. O mo do specific job o mo ye ho. And o mo extremely technical midfielders. Look, my catch 2010, South Africa 2010. Sayem Alonso, Obiano na kobetime wura Xavi Busquets ni estemu. But Alonso forced.
No, so your money ball. Because Wontumi bench no man nye.
Wontumi bench no. And the woman me answer so Wontumi tentamu. So as I saw cut any more attackers in the back. O bench Torres. Na dia Alonso babeshim. Madrid, but no more Kadira team. Kadira ne dia no the game no. I saw Lasana Diarra. Basset me use na ho yembo. And I saw Mamadou Diarra bi no team no Malini no. They brought nothing to the table. Jet no mo ka team no. So say no, they are not Madrid drew pani o mejo be 17. Game controllers. Then omejo be o ragged. And here say you for be aggressive mra obaba say adwuma ne dia momo. But Madrid need game controller bia wo finfin. Madrid ball ne koya neighbor. Ball ne koya neighbor. But I say no, so clear. Why na ya omre neighbor? And a center back be and omre neighbor. Mind you, your center back be akeke. You come Madrid ho asem.
Whoa, me da say new Mike. Right.
Yo kasa bia kan say emre ye ninkaso. Nti mamenye example say mikita eduane na makaso a I still have it. But time yentimi emma time yen solidify no emma shape. So untimi nye shape say time ni ene makaso makase. Time yemfa yeni hunu. And it passes with every second. Eko yekase ya mre aname wono swati aname boa. Me gymnastics ya the time will not pause for me. It is still going. So time waits for no man. And then emre yeni enkaso. And that is the story of Leicester. And Pempino, I am not the see football, abraham. We have heard countless stories. Ye will be why witnessing. Papa netia se no yo defo o we bie nyuma. But along the line, following the demise of Ejumewura no, the vision bearer, it collapses every project. After the money into me handle business no, or they don't have an interest. You say, oh, omo papa, ne papa money no makotena brochre no meje ejuma sa. Because they don't have an interest and they no share in the vision. So there are times where the vision, the dream, it dies with the bearer. It be a Leicester there no. Vechai, Anakun Vechai, ever talk club no. He had something in mind. Yes, on the side of the club no beton, the companies came power. Or the beton in new media. Or the be make it or more movie Thailand not so proud. But there was a certain sporting idea behind purchasing Leicester. Leicester was a club that was not really embroiled in a lot of rich history. A club wa none sunene de nsaka. But they will attain global popularity after doing the unthinkable. Omo Premier League title no with Claudio Ranieri. Omo be now everybody heard about the Leicester story and it became an inspiration across board. Obiaji tumu. Now in 2018 now Papa ne Babewu in that helicopter crash no. Leicester were still on course. They hadn't collapsed. So Kun Vichai harbored a dream. So when Timmy and Drew the Omoye were Premier League Nimkra, it would have been to maintain their Premier League status. Fancy Papani with 2018. The only significant thing Leicester did then, after his death, was to win the FA Cup under Brendan Rodgers, almost Chelsea JS. We are no free more. They have gone on relegation twice from the Premier League. Amoko back. And Maresca did mobile back. And Chelsea cover Maresca. Then the moment they returned, they went back. Then, after getting demoted to the championship, the shame was, and now Omusika Samuel man to tuni enti yet omo point, and that culminated in their current fate. And they're saying, yet omo points ni omo non-performance. They have been relegated to the League One, which is the third tier of the English football pyramid. And why they run a club? No, Papa Niwi and Ebana Abesum. Yes, you will not berate him that much. Maybe he wasn't prepared. Papa knew out of war. One shishan to her. Intendebana, I don't think he was ready. But then again, when you inherit a vision, you need to properly understand it to make it work. Now the ban here. And maybe the grace, the wisdom, the experience of ne papano. Na papana ran the business as successful, so he knew. But nobody told him. So maybe he was grooming him. But when grooming him, tinebane be saw club him no. And the choir our fast were running no. It has not been as such. And it there are to Leicester City. So it is just the death of a project following the death of the vision bearer. And a normal life happening. Say, dear, but I any crown, dear son a diano. Onye free moa, ding. So benyo be or drain so no pepe pen wa babetwaso. So football is life. Life also encompasses football. Because Wontumi team nimienum in team. Sanity now to Leicester City. Can they bounce back? Mint na hands in say yes or no. We have seen several clubs who went down the drain. Bolton Wanderers. A lot of clubs now come more regular performances or participation in the Premier League. But omo call form no. There was no way back for them. Yeti Birmingham City in Kanche. Wigan Athletic, Yeti in Kanche. Bolton Wanderers. Coventry Koye in the early 2000s, Nancy and over. So we don't know how long it would take for Leicester to bounce back. Say, two of your prominent Black Stars players, they are part of this story. Back with your ball regularly. Do you a Black Stars captain the crown on time Nyambo at the bench, which is Jordan Ayew? Nanki any when that's what say, Omumi Enuno would play a role and transform the fortunes of Leicester. Anya Shekradi, they should stay in the championship, no more Fantotoniama. But they were powerless to help them. In the last two matches, Fatah Ishaku shot on target Crombo will be for Leicester. Jordan Ayew has not started a league game for Leicester in almost last 3-4 matches or Mabo. So it is pointing towards something. First, yes, we saw Portsmouth, Vasile Muntari, Kevin Prince Watten. They won the cup, FA Cup. It was a period, the same time, Portsmouth got relegation, but your players were integral to their success. Although they were powerless to an extent to stop their relegation. But clubs now, your Ghanaian players, Nebono. How many of them? And you bet me and say, see a wakaso omukura omu teams, How many? So the fate of Leicester, it is also mirroring another peculiar issue around Ghanaian footballers abroad. and how dominant they are being at their respective clubs. First, no, about Premier League. Now, what we be no, we need also say, Ubenya Ghana player or Betty and him. There was the time of Michael Essien, week in, week out. Ebe drew stage be Ebenya Muntari Mobe supportage or Mensa Sunderland as a Mwajan. Nenu free mwana. Even Lansay cried the Ayuba Swansea, Jordan Walk Crystal Palace. The script has been flipped. They are flipping it. In the German Bundesliga, rarely will you see a Ghanaian player making headlines. In Spain, there is not a Ghanaian player making headlines. In England, the story is the same. You need a Ghana player making headlines. Obibeka says Semenyo. He's an outlier for this season based on form. But even in the biggest game at City Boy, Enrique Chiano, Semenyo was virtually non-existent in the game.
Yeah.
So yes, Leicester caught form, but it also mirrors the abject state of where your football in terms of the players anchor. Every week, every out, they will give us headlines. Every week, week in, week out. Remember my headlines. Now they are not. They have just become peripheral. Omo kanubi. But we are free more so. Whereas Jordan Leicester can play. And that is where we find our state. But Leicester's story is sad. By infant 2 years for say Emre ye ninka so and then your story can change. And no, by design or by accident. Leicester's is a combination of both. Accident in the sea, by design, they were not ready to continue. And the Omedru baby Omedru no. Abrabo sanet here. To the be a fro na chediano, a boo, and a chia, a chomba form. And now say, fro no one sian fru ye into Wontumi nko. And that is what happens in life. Away from that, when Rosinie Casano, Moya shows I know no Casacheno. The debut, TNO, or the video now, boy. Sanso boss our video nibio. Namemfa, way soon fan send the Shadrach. Meba.
Well, Shadrach Monsame post match and a Rosinia. I'm saying, sports bites and a ball, that one, no. And I knew as I could pija, but Monsama me Rosinia, post match, Newton Diana, a bonus is here, no. I'm saying, Mike was here, sent here coaching because the Oki can't, the Oki Indian, and I say, I would say, Yintiano, and Opadiano.
Of the game, unacceptable in attitude. I keep coming out and defending the players. That's indefensible. That performance tonight, the amount of the goals we conceded, the amount of duels that we lost, the lack of intensity in the team, and yeah, something needs to change drastically here right now.
What have you said to the players? Why do you think they put that performance in?
Why? We need to look in the mirror. I need to look in the mirror, but I can't keep coming out here defending some of the things that we're seeing. Manchester United, genuinely, the result wasn't there. Felt we turned a corner, but the general attitude, spirit was lacking, determination. Maybe 3 or 4 out of the 11. That's nowhere near enough for this club. It's nowhere near enough. I can't come out and lie. I'll tell the truth. That was an unacceptable performance in every area.
Okadru baby say attitude. Now you be saying say why does he think the attitude is a problem? No, I say why. One, he knows. On to me in Casa, the players don't want to play for me. The moment of the cano.
Club will be a crowd.
But it is evident the players don't want to play for him. Minim DSC. But maybe he's tried to change some things. And these players will question him. Again, if Rosinia is questioning attitude, yet ye name a certain structure, then somebody comes and says, no, there we are museum of Jumani de Anquay, me pesame system. Near ye, dear or da no nefri, or near the Fufra show. The Oba say, means, or the Amemin fin, and I would be Jumano. So the attitude from the players, no, a reaction to certain decision I have taken at the topper, and see ye, ye. That is where the problem is. So, you were dressing room near Bebo squad, and they are 3-4-3. had to Webo left centre back, Fofana centre back, na Eye Chaluba right centre back. Players ne swat na se hu ni se omo bot 3 back na enko yi edi omunya. No master ti show omunim.
Mro say kata o mano.
And already before they enter the pitch, they have concluded say it won't work and they will not commit. Especially whose opponent now started a ball more. So again, the approach, how the manager is able to convince them, you set the mood. So boss, it starts from the dressing room. And here Abedina Park, no say dressing room near this have him neighbor. Nti abobo squad ya chiro bia rules ya te ase. Now when explanation of rules or detailing of rules a bit complex and we mitrimu here. Me pesa me de be juma because I know we should do this ebeboa but they will catch them in a contrary. So the players don't trust the man. Omuni ni problem. Personally they don't dislike him but they don't trust him. When players trust you, they work for you even when or tactics juma. And that is what they were doing for Maresca. Tie Kukureya. Also we were literally killing ourselves for the manager. Yeah, forming relationship be. And yes, na Kukureya kai. So omani manager na building kitahudie. That manager is entitled to speak its mind against the players. Players nebejia to coach I am po. Because we have built a certain story together. Story bearing away no ni omaye. And when it comes to question their attitude, their competence and their quality, before so Bebano, they had achieved something. Now where? Okay, oh matters no the JDA. You see, these Chelsea players haven't won a lot, but at least they've won something. And if a nobody, quote unquote, of a manager comes and questions them, what do you think they will? Hey, now we are there. Now I go about that.
I won't lie. I won't defend. Indefensible and unacceptable.
And no, Omodeya Alonso no. It's not because they didn't know Alonso was a legend. Madrid boys, you know.
What would JD?
Yene born now, you're born now. I see, you know. Yeah, the Champions League 2 times. Yeah, the La Liga before so Beban you called trophyless, but a see. We have won with this same approach. Oh, the energy. Ah, now now call Europa League ma Atlanta che wo share we. And your Bundesliga now J. How do you compare that to the Madrid dressing room and what they had achieved? And to your coach, now we'll try to impose a lot of changes. It gives the players room to question your personality. What these players are doing to the Liam Rosinia, and they say they are questioning his personality. Who are you? Ye inaya wadema. A normal man looking a bit haggard. As an appearance ne ye kakra. Hey, keep quiet. Oh, hey, di inwaye. Nama obi o share military uniform inra. Hey, keep quiet. Check the reaction. Personality, appearance. This Chelsea coach's appearance does not drive aura. Mamema 2 reasons. Bakoye good there the bad moment. Even in the bad moment, Nekasa Okano, Morino. In the difficult moments for Man U, the press conferences, Krano, it has become trademark, heritage. Meboa, Yanka, Yanfending Komo. Good. In the good moments, Morino Casa, Ebeye, he don't find way or farm for aura. Casa or Kayeni Nano. What statement has he made? Oh, there are some no kind. Mebo.
On one former teammate back was said a 1-minute dictionary. I told you, not Casa Cassia bro.
Mebo. Casa no.
Casa too much.
Casa no kind. Ye nano asemno. Fakoshe pepper no. Fashe morina no. Big identity. The personality. Yeah. They carry aura. Way he is farming for aura. The good times, let's say when Caicedo renewed his contract, Chelsea 40 years old video be come sa video na kabe pepa. Also no we now no we invite Caicedo girlfriend no and then the banner and no more presentation. Now listen to this guys address the Chelsea squad. Rosinia and Amekano, he was introducing what they were coming to do. It was so ordinary. Excuse me, but met me akasa in a more inspirational form than the oil.
So it means video now coming here and I said same. So it means say tough game was see no dressing room.
Exactly.
because
the video ne mami anka me pe.
Instead say be a Rhys James on your captain bit me motivate boys not who coach.
Yeah.
But I was saying that way around.
No, we should feel it. Excuse me, but again, Rosinia did not have a very illustrious playing career. A laden with success. And then as a manager, he's done nothing. Maresca was a big boy. Coaching no but as a player, Maresca was a serial winner. Oh, good. Any fans with the NT.
Yeah. Bites no.
We have two special guests for the start of this meeting, two very special guests that you'll see in a second. It's a really great day for the club because Mr. Caicedo has agreed to sign a new contract with the Sporting Club. So I think so we put together a video from one and his family. It's a very, very special thing. Okay, you support Chelsea your whole life, huh? Yeah. Favourite player? N'Golo Kante. Amazing. So, it's amazing. It's an amazing thing. Okay, and we want to build something really, really special in the now, but in the long term, and money's going to be a massive part of that. And thank you to you and your family for agreeing to stay with us for a long, long time. Okay, so we put this video together. Hope you enjoy it. Lights off, please.
Someone is addressing a group of people. The space in the say so ebi amijina hall na me lecture. My body language and gestures are also important. It can betray me as nervous or as confident. O cheki Rosinia, de na mechrewi. Or the nensa nam nensa ho no peja na tade no. He was jittery throughout. Not only aura, only character. Yes, again, tiene words. We crack a canoe, just to announce a Caicedo after the contract move. So imagine when he is addressing a real game situation before the game and not half time. Never compare the Pep moye. Who videos nibi.
Campaign modiano.
So check, no compare. Again, then you come to question yourself, say, which big dressing room and away what name as a player or as a coach? Your experience. Make us the 1 year company. He played under Pep.
Yeah.
On him how to control the dressing room. This guy can't. It's unfortunate. Dear Chelsea Wedruno, he's out of his depth. A broneso. He's our Strasbourg. A middle table team. And he wasn't dominating in the league. Oh yeah, and so dear. An unforgiving league like the Premier League. You are asking him to give what he doesn't have. This is Korea. Unfortunately, coaching in Korea ideas. You can't. It is what you have. They're winning based on knowledge, experience, and then competence. And this guy does not have it. That is why we have seen brilliant coaches get appointment at top class, but they fail. Thomas Frank, Spurs, recently. David Moyes, Manchester United. A lot on the list. You know why? Because ideas and knowledge and yet enough. You need experience and personality. A coach, you know, and this guy, unfortunately, okay, I'm on my back. And then
Pep there, our locker room, way after first half, Yentie Pep, any City players, no, Burnley dressing room. I don't know, company call buying first to be Kubuza say, obey me, I want to buy my bro. So, because German was quite enormous.
You see, let me use one iconic moment.
Yeah,
World Cup final. Dear Mbappe catch any teammates, you know.
I'm saying your question go.
Oh yeah, she was a Rosinia. I was a or a charisma nibi. You see that these are the issues. Yankazo on him tactics anyway, but Yanfa tactics and Kwan yes Jumano. They be fancy me ba Yanfa tactics and yes Jumano. Baby, I would
so Pep Barcelona dressing room was Ibrahimovic. Oba be bon tenteno ama Messi abeshe anymore. Rosinians mean country Brazil rings.
Pedro Neto Kron to me country now. So me say only character.
Already after the game Enzo Kokoye.
Na
we being as much as supporters. So media nyame
na or Strasbourg no there is a video. He was addressing this technique. No, most of them almost more yeah. the phone tired, so said, yeah, can't say a palm. But in essence, what I want to mean is that Fancy, he doesn't have the capacity to thrive at a big club. And it mirrors the failings of Chelsea's project. Project, just like any other thing human beings are involved in, it is not perfect. So Chelsea owners near tinti. Kebia, okebia, mama misumin kebi. Oh, any. Sadia when a personality in it. And you saw a woman, I can say, be naturally born leaders. A wonimu or boakra a baby. And even I almost said that I say, I cover light bulb or say light bulb switch. No, the point is, and this guy doesn't have it. The simplest way to put it, he does not have it. He's only farming aura. He's thinking by being appointed at Chelsea, it will come. It won't come. It will not. You don't have it. He's not cut for it. I say it here.
Sources have disclosed that a group of players claim they don't understand what Rossinia is asking them to do with the issue exacerbated, yes, by the tendency to change plans during matches. So as bit to say NYD, say their game no course one now we have so much say
on one of the tray back nearby. Actually, he waited until first half and some convert switch about 4 back. Do you get the point? The issue and they say the players don't want to play for him because they are confused. And wow, again, Oba and any players we are not winning matches. That time he didn't want to change a lot. Again, it comes with experience.
Almost some few situation, players never say dia results on bit me assistance. So
Senet Man City ne buying for we can just memorable.
On got 12 the
set teams ne muadia. Brighton goal line.
Oh no, in fact, after first 20 minutes, the Brighton I said 2 and now can first 20 minutes. First 20.
They couldn't
now before they scored the first goal, Sabo now Sanchez. In the same go.
Sanchez he made the old Chaloba. The Chaloba so queen
off the line.
Sanchez no.
Me say fancy.
And Chelsea am short to Akupomo.
They Okobon way.
They
boys so pass on the money.
Who records no.
I said 1912.
That time now World War 1 the crash started.
114 years.
Now World War 1 started you. Near World War. So that is our own to me. And yes,
Villas Boas by said the Mikey can Villas Boas by no bay say or John Terry so many junior team in United Paint so much Champions League. Amadi Kolani Bifra. Okoina Villas Boas now. Villas Boas a man Kolani be a quarter business class. John Terry by say Omon Soria and Kolani Soria qua Villas Boas who Montana on any United same plane was a can you play into it?
Your boys were your name. They know what they are doing. May catch a moon named your moya, or more but by your person, it should be a lesson to the Chelsea owners. That's why I said me pesot now.
Me no dey no kopa fans the show. Me na come na street akọ.
No moment F word o. No
osako gina ho.
Ono no crash o call. I was asking say. I was asking say. Obi na
come. Obi akoma. Asimu nyina mo de makoma so.
Why so why nyina da why akoma.
Mo de makoma so. Makoma pono so. The new one grow. Baby, I love you. The bottom of my heart.
So that the ownership will learn lessons.
No, I was a banana Bali.
With that was our final phone test.
What's the number pictures of her born with you? And no more the F word man. Papa,
Chelsea fan or say side defeat we are sending. Not the Chelsea no obem so ofra ohia odigare onom, but Chelsea fan or T situation we are saying. They want this to happen so that it will force a certain change.
Draw how to.
And I'm saying, oh, they have video no.
Video no.
Now after the game, players need to be
all of a sudden boys we are son.
There was 4 players inside and there's okay.
None of the players got close to him to support.
No.
Obia in the new. So
that boys only big boys. I'm just catching.
Obia in
but in the all can coach back on Falani no.
McFarlane.
Obaya no. Oba Nyana James coaching the bad moon. Manana area.
Obaya on the interim.
James coaching the bad. Make yes Mike so.
Yeah, my
players
I'm going to sit in the ball one.
And James coaching the bad. But how do you aware machine say Liam?
No share. And this alone speaks a lot. It is communicating something. They are not in this together with him.
What was the 4 players here?
Ebeya, the Maresca Koya and Obetine. The Maresca Koya Obetine, no.
McFarlane.
Among Famano, no, very.
What is the right? No, only not the right.
No, but Otene writer. We are trying to book him or Toby.
Walk up with me, find it.
I'm here to be able to I am right now. I'm at Waso local, you know, never be a finer. You said in your city. Now, local news no fancy. You room now, you Twaso. Now, Black Stars and Chennai, Dion Commoner. Yami Adamoch, now coach ever by team, and one some you know, ha, yet the air. Now, the woman say, who should now, or said in your city. I have a sports minister and come out course or ne gamanche empeni focus ya na omudi nkomo ni nyina no apia ye kwi okobama na ye kire se nkra asase so ye bo qualifies no bebre ho I dey qualify to officially eso me inform gamanche ese zedie Ghana nya qualify nti jire bi oho bia no eso me de ma o man na afie koye nimti enra ye betie nsem kakra sports minister eri tudwa na afie yetie empire nso gamanche at the Mother Black Stars.
Him officially that his team, the Black Stars, through his prayers and support, have qualified for the World Cup, and this will be our 5th. And in this World Cup, we are going to be playing against our colonial master and others. We are very convinced that victory will be ours with his blessings. Our first
the Gamanche ni taki telco through the second and no nkoma ekoy na ni taki kasai also eden empire Emma Black Stars abra ye ka se qualify ko World Cup no so okay and yes adia yam empire kakra ni mfa mo man ni nhira eni Ghana enso achi nti Gamanche enso the empire ma o man Ghana
omba be afemo wompani grumo afa ni tekle jefe wombashade papa ni eshe amebidona wombani amengrami afleding amengrami ape wompla wompani Ghana ayo Ghana artist aduma normally the minister the chief director the chief many na kan dromo afa ya shipone ahia me awu jenko jin edwe ni fi ogan amo Ghana ni
wa eno koso na eno ewon something no is ye chance coach baba china na yahwe omo mba be boy juma de Mother Black Stars of Ghana na backroom stars na catch us say our the 5 and eba na de edikan e kan wasem the assistant coach edikan e don komo e de abanimum American Portuguese Daniel Gaspar ono and he say goalkeeper trainer ono ba be juma na fi what they abo the goalkeeping department Roger de Sadia kan we assistant coach Desmond Ofe reporter ban so no be act as a second assistant coach na Gaspar na goalkeeper goalkeeper trainer na Fatawa Dawda Aboa enso be gym as a second goalkeeper trainer 3 video analysts emu 2 ebe free coach Otoado ni team no na afi one physical trainer enso account team no nyame adomo china confirm no o be confirm e de am Brown Valley no ebe team akoso e say the Black Starlet enso omo afre players mako 32 awomu ede omo ko camp said the bear omo nso upcoming event and competition at Ebano omo ebe team remti players ne de omo doso 32 players no Rafik Shaibu e Samates ne di wom and afi Elisha Sante e Wafa abrantie friend say Rahman Osman enso Dreams FC Shmal ene Azagano e Right to Dream and afi Emmanuel Konedu e Intalize Benjamin Sevenyo e Aduana players no doso 32 players no ana omo edaso a yede wonsem de bana has eboboku no izei omuguso a omo hwese Kevin Osesibi ombe extend the contract e de amana na afi akoso abo e de ama team no because ne ho hia e wachi ho e pa de mafobia ntin komono guso a eno nso e koso has any vision game omo boy no na so what has no be pa lie omo say has ball no boy ne de as a match no mo ton na omo say a fixed match supporters ni be a section of the team no supporters ne che say nyakra na boy pa de omo say nanka has as nkomushe na the vice chairman of the Greater Accra Chapters Committee Hussein Moro e de atojo say supporters na mo ka say a fixed match no enya
se fans ne ka say aton match na derby and the meeting to esan say Accra has of book there say big club ayaji Champions League na say ye ton match there e bin sida em say fans ni na omubu ofu say the nearman see corner especially a ball one cry nearman ko yie no anything na fans ni omo kan sa pa say match ni aje mu de derby match bi enje mu yanti misre House of Folk supporters especially Greater Accra as vice chairman de make chem say match ni on match ni bia
you can say Hussein Moro e de atoja Hussein so man ton game no ti we has support amen fan show team na Ghana Premier League NASCO player coach of the month awards no goalkeepers no omo awareness no eni branch furniture shooting bote our young apostles wono ana unya eni o said no modemo esi ekoya wono ebo adwuma yi pa into no ana month of March no omo chese wono so no modemo ekonkan e wo no mai don same being the goalkeeper of the month and afi Wilfred Dorman a winner Edema Dreams on also and in your coach of the month and Dubi K Kasi or no our Basakoli stars or no in player and as a goalkeeper of the month award on no on so nya yo you don't some at the bana say ban de enradie said ya no panedi to dwano every for natanase disciplinary committee no omo kire say Amos from Pong, Amos has Kotoko. The warfare officer of Asante Oroko, 10 matches ban and have 10 match ban and have 20,000 Ghana cedis. Fine. Awudiamano. Mohamed Kamara, goalkeeper, Edema Kotoko, 5 match ban and a 20,000 on Somudia Abono. And have Baseke Oli Stars, Womunso, Womu Gamer, Omani Swadu All Blacks, a boy, and you may see an intino, Womumitia 20,000 Ghana cedis. And have Raymond Oko Gripman, player the man Nations FC, Womu game against Kotoko, non so you may be or done a dinty, Womu Chesa, on so 5 match ban, Omo. Etimia diamano eno kakra ifu oba Kotoko training na zi Hamza Obeng an assistant kwesi womu ana after say coach Prince Osuko no womu so training team no dey aboard the next games aka the league no no kakra eba unya do esipona Milo games na 2026 no under 13 no so ene ona omo start na no pay nkrai aba esipon so o maye ne kama ezedm bibia ye kama ho a omo ama pitch no so ada so kama painti ho ana tournament no baso baby jet Asamoah Gyan wono ana de nkra na flo no ana eno so na me ya doma ene baso a omo ye eho adwuma kakra nti baby jet Asamoah Gyan senior ho a ode nkra no FM ti bibia so kama update bia na me adomo chena ye baba na ere ato so fancy
enhwemai
couple of stories with us na me pese before we come me clarification be your couple who before be sorry now I say Carlos new team no just one of fair and kwane bekaso abeka team no so
assistant ndi ono beboa
Fatao
Dauda so oh but on you know as first choice second and not this one so second assistant okay me that's couple all right so my first one no 32 players are ya from no list no and na me ka ho asem and I would want to continue from a bi and me jai no say afenu ntena say every leadership bia when ni sunto ana sasa sunto sinto every leadership bia sinto na you racket if I tell you so when you adwuma I'll be lying to you why adwuma but adwuma no many simple because a hopa baby a short for no hopa na edi nya na adwuma no so odin your technical department no because me technical man ti ho na me wonim dia hopa da bia me nim say ho yesinto and so many niko boys when I from no dodo na no every season your time a player baby picky and your time be burning out every season from Europe Pep Guardiola dey ntino catch say mon twen February ho kro no say April ho komo be hia me enye ho na aduru ampa ho ha tetei wan kada da yaw because he's an experienced guy o kan o se mon twen me April ho na sa teta nko ya
true
oh yaw eye technical o eye hu and a scientific yeah as on my technical department no ye moye ho so but be your boy ho so pa marketing and policy making department no we say catch them young referee for your dia by a ma football yetimi nya ma Champions League level ye huru a game no o racket ya adwuma but me say area ba bi ho man ni nko your technical department no season ya ye wo no most of the boys obo are burning out away I better mo anya the current best form one esesaka all the friend ni atakumi or picky ano nations when you the form no Emmanuel Mafo you start season no the first 14 games are your boy or the first 9 games onyamu 6 goals and we go 14 games without goal and anano konya 2 goals at the best so what follow your league pa na yaw you can understand say boys we know eseka yenya mo wie na ka sabre no mo ni mo pram na ka yesa so select so ye hu se kakra yi ne de mo so e bia dan lad mo ne Emmanuel ka mo so mo free other African content because blaster enye Galaxy no a preparation here this is preparation towards Mexico game no Mexico host you it will be a big game of their lives are prepared to host you it will be there ho agrana yan fa na say I am from so na wie yan frefre na nka enimu a omo free South Africa bae no ene se ke to aso scout kakra bi e de ko frasa squad no na ke ma coach kese mingala ti asese o preparation we wo ye de akwa ma coach we pa chwa ti ase wo nya mfa o ese ne pram no mo ko no e Carlos Njiro mo ko pram no ye pe kakra yakobo Mexico game no so coach kese mingala should have known say preparation we Mexico game no na bia instructions be ko game no do na be free Carlos Correa so sa na de na akoye number 2 me madwene kire me say this one of fair ne ho be fono ye asemi ya make me tu no foot senua na minimum ma we mu chen no ono ye tete ne bedroom ne ho be fono ye ye de 20 na ma no ye adwuma pa wo ho e de be share blaster anum e no wo kwa na ne boss astopo e no da so mu e be kakra ho Ghana for because say no de ba this guy oh da bia oh there we will call him out if you haven't followed our game no na ho be fono ye nche me nya anaka efe na use no even as a scout na kwa nko bench obi because we second assistant
so na ho son koko
scout your opponent bia na kwa ya bre Carlos na ko mayi na free technical team we mo wo chire na technical team we ho ban fom so na ye jo mo kwan ya bianka no he say ye jo to kwan o Wontumi grace u favor wo ayu abanchan but whatever beto Carlos no I'm telling you say Ghanaians will question your relevance and more so we a second assistant Wontumi influence Carlos Wontumi influence ni sa
understudy
he has somebody he trusts oh yeah for the project rightfully we have for the project but my generation say be a scouting no be distant from bench work akra na ka information bia or person on Croatia on your opponents na oba na ko dia ba say no ye free what's akosho fefefe o that's one of what's akosho I am telling you bonus was na was no, but we are one of the young coaches that we are primed for the future head coach. Uyu Kosuya Desmond. Uyu Kosuya. Ebe akra ho baye hi. But U20 dey na wo ye no. Ene ka de obaye pimoto dey no. Ese ka so fa back seat. Ese ka fa back seat Desmond. Se wonte dey make na say o me antwen kakra bi. But se Ghana for do mo no si no so a ebe makoma ya pa. Because you stop ignorance. Yeah, is that the deal? So my now you say as a oba and it's everywhere. And you am near more ya masa more original. It's desperate no me person obe show up too much. Na bibia sa akosare because right now no. Se Carlos Okwani ekope new coach ya. Udi mesa babu wo ho na. It's me the FND decision no you wrong to keep Desmond there. Na so ma Carlos de bibia ba. Nemo bia no mutiro mu se mu ja memory bi wo ho. I'm sure that is the reason. But being on that bench, you know, and what Desmond Nemo, and how Ghana for a PC project, you know, Kamina, Naki, I'm on a scouting rule, or position scout. Nako about the bread boss, Nako Cotineci. A Bassa can't send beer. He's a very, very good coach. He's a very, very good coach. From U20, you know, some studying the systems. Obi a woni me near manosona wafu no obo osati U20 na no obo na sa no. I really prayed for him at that time. Pass say, "I'm shooting the record blaster," and I say, "Yes, I saw attend about it." Men person ben see so. Most of the young coaches in Bebre Fedi. Kobe Mensah mo djuma mo ya Karela no. Bechem ko dum lija. Okay. Kobe Mensah o tie show no. So ya we say one doctor duku tie show no. Ye chomo Kenya. They say sika kona sa man renaissance or goma here or bodjuma. Kobe Mensah said ya sa obanim. Ska sa aba no ho. E ka ha ke dum lija obechem. But you do know what he did or Karela. So young coach they won't bow adwuma be efe and sometimes oh yeah we opa me kan try okay kotoko 3 years so my direction is
Rosin at the Enabia
so be ati ahwe and I was sheshe ni man in the end analyze also let's give the job to you say sheshe foforo say pressure and stop Hamza so my direction said Desmond no you very careful e wo efe appointment na de man no na efe so enhunu say we ji wo de maye mumu piepia no komu sa e bre dru ne se Ghana focus em pass ma ya wa woni mo all right
Mike
I will slightly dissent with or stance I feel say as a nation we yeni into an era where we had a pool of Ghanaian coaches now we can fall on them at any given time. And they had gone through series of training and then they had also garnered enough experience with their various national teams. I am speaking specifically to the era of the late Ike Afrane, the late Samade, Herbert Addo. There were a streak of coaches. Now you was a pool. Either they worked for the National Sports Council until you could use them across board. There seems to be a clear departure from it. So time need me a sporty coach scrum or moko, like we saw with Osam Diodu, and then the Gambia. Cause she share Gambia. Omode share under 20 B. Yeah. Last minute B. You get it. You will see a build the next batch of Ghanaian coaches. Just as we do for players, we need to develop and build our coaches. And one way to build and develop them are some of these initiatives. We try to carry on with that tradition. Nyantechi time. We saw Celastete. We saw Kwesi Appiah. Maswa Konedu be a beneficiary of that until personal issues. Then along the line, Wontumi and Tuaswanye. Nansinya Kwesi Appiah Kosidani of Ghana for the Dinechi, just to give them that exposure and also help them to garner enough experience. We need such, but it should be a clear plan from the Football Association, and then Sanka NS and also said it was in Yuma. It would also come from them. The National Sports Authority is responsible for the technical development of Sanko Fono. So it becomes like a national program. Denti a need think say osroma no eye kwan a yefa so ye and the perception of the people behind it say I say I said that the favor way at the expense of the other, but the original intention, the original idea behind it is to feed into the near no. First, and any of the coaches called Brazil, yeah, the Omoko Hungary, near Cobin or near the Omaba, and then a ma the Obeyo hini your coach your first 2 AFCONs girlfriend say. Debbie CK Jemfi, Nana Jemfi. One said Nana Jemfi Baba Bako.
Wontumi
or Hungary ni. I had no kohun for pushkas, ne building relationship. It was because of such initiatives in the that time na Hungary in so has everyone forgot about the mighty Magiars 19 which World Cup the miracle of Bern 1954 Switzerland Hungary chased Germany show more then in the final Germany beshe Hungary even after Hungary had taken a lead na Hungary football so around that time na no we exported the coaches at the Komomuko Suya there they brought on Party Cosmone Joseph Emba to come and also help transform our game. So exchange programs. We go and monitor a certain football philosophy. The the Brazilians of African football. No. We sent coaches and teams to Brazil. That time Nana Santos, Mo Pele, Mo Osorono. We sent our teams and our coaches there to learn. So they came with a certain football ideology, and then they mirror and they boy and they outgrow football. So the whole identity about Ghana being the Brazil of Africa, and you had this was South America. Yeah, the coach is called. That was a national program. And you are binding a then the sports council fits into it. Now there seems to be a clear departure, and it's like, okay. A one leader's initiative, let's push it into a Ketokreko's initiative, let's push it and let's see more of our coaches get there. But it should be a state policy. That is where it should come from. Ebanesana, then the issues of nepotism, way their favor way, it kills it. So the idea will be fine, but execution and implementation and application, it might be a bit flawed because of obi perception away. Now, fe nipa no ye beneficiary no ne ho abatan. And then a man for bebre to me time ye players nibi. And then a this time ne bre Barbara man because they felt obinti. But they failed to also appreciate say Barbara man Kroyano right from the youthful stage as a teenager, and he became like a football project for Ghana. Kotoko, Obebo Kotoko ne bibinti, Greater Felt, Germany, Grumene Kakra, Chelsea. So Baba was an embodiment of say a young talent bet me free Ghana. No wakobo ewa brochia trive, and it was to encourage others to emulate same. The same model nana nanka fatao sha kunamsono. But Giantias because a bakufobi ni initiative. Into all those say beboano and nam se baako for nensa enso nyame ni katenti ono de omoa oye closer proximity when we into when no beboa. So although the idea, the intention will be pure, the one chance on the call phone kwa no bo mo peso bebo be foforo na kofa issue aba. Into the issues we are having with our coaching, it is because as a state, as a nation, as a country, Ghana yentina se say ye to anamose. Now ask the sports minister, what is a move vision for Ghanaian coaches? O de person obey no football biasa. Kase ye what technical development aspect of sports development. What is the plan to empower, educate, and elevate the technical levels of sports coaches in Ghana, from the schools level to even the amateur and the professional level? Plan net is saying. Bisa plan net is saying. Musho minister ni video if anonam. No na me. Okay then. Okay then.
So kwako okopempa mama Black Stars.
A minister ejuma. Now the minister has to seek spiritual favors for the Black Stars to go and participate in a World Cup. But truly, I had a minister also here. Now Black Stars only team management. They are the ones supposed to spearhead it. But then again, yeah, the new role no the nasadia no on yeah. The minister is supposed to formulate policies. He's done some. Almost a sports fan and saying are good. But these are the things they should be pushing for. That zeal, that ahonkikana, the time nyomechi pushy for some of these things to happen. Mehu a fundraiser, yayama blasters, yeah the jijiska, yeah they call work up meboa. Sa ahonkikana no. I was saying rural sectors way mu until we look at development of sport, infrastructure, technical. And no nadim puntuo ankasa beba. But it looks like it is not just this minister. Leadership that we have had regarding their sports, they love to play more to the gallery than to do the actual job. And only problem I have. Until the beya edine beba public limelight name. But say etnas yankasa formulate policies which might be medium term, long term. Won't soon so pa edema sports in it there. You will not see them as eagerly engaged like they are doing for such matters, especially around the Black Stars. But Kenya Bonekra, Sanke any national team, even at the senior level, you constitute team. So now saying what check it there, FIFA diaba, and man national teams, yes say there must be a certain female representation in there. It is an affirmative action. And a point to drive home, say, we need to develop a lot of women in the technical aspect of the game. Yes, we are as a mind Ghana. You're making sure, say, your national teams now from the junior level and the local coaches, then we also roll out coaching programs. Your national coaches are your local coaches are your no, they can tap into it and then they can go and build themselves out there. Your national service secretariat. To what extent no mujumedi omudino? Proportion ben no metradia to say ye the mass sports for o pesa o ko ben wo ho as a coach oba be national service. Bibi sa wo. Exactly. Nti nyoma bebre achia and was here tene no unfortunately omo eso omo tene no omo ntene. So the kakrebia omo wo e ombetimi aye no. And no omo ye. And then it is always met with that kind of reaction because of public perception. But I support Obi said Dosman of A. There are a lot of other young coaches around. We can hold their and build their capacities. You crow money are building on. You crow money are building on. They are the next gen of coaches who will help to transform your football sector. No, but it's unfortunate say and yet a concerted effort. Individual actions or effort. Into Nipani free war, there is no continuation. And asem nekesi enewo.
Oh, Mike Mate, medasi. Yeri si ene ochina nyame yado me bebe to aso but ye new any semens ebedi nkomo kakra nsana omo maka enso abanti yenye na afi any semens vita herbal mixture ne capsules and a pre-care natural powder again auto adronu wi a na wa friend number na wa